The future of Nikke always looks bright whenever I see these dev notes and I get to see just how much they care about their community. So today we're going to be talking about ShiftUp's recent developer notes that they put out for Goddess of Victory Nikke. Now, of course, if you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Goddess of Victory Nikke video comes out. Guys, we're trying to hit 5,000 subs by the end of the year, and we're at 2,800, so we need 2200. We need 2,200 to reach that goal. And don't forget to check out GamerSupps. Use code TYSTRA for 10% off. Today's mix is a little bit of Pestile's Antidote, which is that lime punch, with a little kissy kissy passion from Numi. So cheers to GamerSupps. So let's go ahead and talk about the developer notes. I think that this was, as short of a developer notes as it is, was a really good developer notes. So let's dive in. Costumes resale is the first thing that they talk about. A lot of people, including myself, get upset because, you know, these costumes cost $60. You don't get the costumes very easily on an early basis, right? It usually takes you the whole $60 or $50 if they give you a free summon to get these costumes. So this is actually big for some people who do not, you know, get costumes as frequent. So this year we're excited to introduce costume resales, a highly requested feature by commanders. We will prioritize bringing back older costumes, especially those that many missed the chance to purchase on the first launch. The first costume to return will be Drake's Maid for Villain. Now, I don't know if this means that it's the maid one. I can't remember exactly if it's the maid one or if it's the race car one per se, but if it's the race car one, I'm pretty excited for it. If it's just the maid costume, then I already have that one. So, but that's cool that they're still reselling the costumes. I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to have the opportunity to buy those costumes. If you really want to do it as like the gotcha costume thing or whatever, then, you know, that's fine. I get it. But at the same time, you should give us a chance to get those costumes. So, but as we continue onward, we get to talk about the Union Raid adjustments that they're going to be making after this recent update to Union Raid. Now, for those who don't know, Union Raid used to be like you keep on going on an endless stage, so on and so forth, but they recently introduced a hard mode to make it a little bit, I guess, more like less or more competitive. I didn't quite understand why they changed it, but they have another set of adjustments that they're going to be working on. So we received feedback that the update in the Union Raid hard mode has significantly increased the feeling of fatigue due to the higher difficulty. To provide a more relaxed player experience for commanders, we prepared the following adjustments. Reducing the number of hard stages from 10 stages to 3. This will take effect starting in the next Union Raid. Changing the deduction of attempts after the final attack. The number of available attempts will no longer be reduced. This will take effect starting from the next Union Raid. And final wave boss HP will be infinite, expected to be implemented in mid-February. Before implementing this improvement, we will temporarily increase the HP of the final boss. So these are decent changes to Union Raid. I don't really like get upset about Union Raid or getting, because normally for me and my team at Void Corp, we're usually only getting 25%. But if you'd like to help us reach that upper echelon, I would love for y'all to join Void Corp. I'm not the owner of Void Corp, but me and my boy Twink the Anime Man, who's a, you know, Nikke streamer, we actually have been, you know, talking about, you know, trying to get some serious players in. So if you want to join a group and be a serious player, by all means do. We're more than welcome for any serious or new players helping them out. So, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be good stuff for Union Raid. I do think that these are decent changes. So, new convenience feature in campaign mode, we're getting quick combat, right? And I talked about this a little bit during my live stream for Genshin Impact's 5.4 special live stream, but let's go ahead and dive in. The campaign for the core gameplay is central to Nikke's main story. We will enable the quick combat feature for certain stages to improve its convenience. This feature will be available once the recommended power or battle power is reached, and it is expected to be updated in mid-March, so stay tuned. Now, I think this is going to pertain to those stages that are like, you know, the 36 -1A, -1B, like that type of stuff. Any of the A and B ones. I don't think they're going to put the quick battle feature on regular stages unless they don't have any story implications. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when you're going through campaign, like I would say 80% of the battles that you go through has a story cutscene at the beginning or after the battle. If there is a cutscene that, or if there is a battle that doesn't have a cutscene, this is probably what the quick function is going to be part of. Now, if they do implement it for even the cutscenes, that's going to make life so much easier, because then I could go through one day of just going through the campaign, right? And just make it that easy. But yeah, speaking of campaign stuff, or sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. There is going to be some campaign stuff here momentarily in the next page, but we're going to go over some of this stuff as well. Gameplay updates. The gameplay roadmap is as follows. We got Champions Arena coming out in March, which has been highly anticipated by a lot of PvPers. I need to get better at PvP, so if any of you are like gods at PvP, please let me know. I definitely want some help on that. So I might work on a few PvP characters, so that way when I go in, I'm a boss ass bitch, right? Surface gameplay update. This is something that I am very interested in. Embark on an adventure through a 3D map with a SD squad, defending your base in a new simulation gameplay. The map will expand over time and introducing even more diverse gameplay options. Now, for those who don't know, there was some topics I talked about in one of my videos where they were looking for somebody to work on open world design. Could this be it? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be fully open world, but if we're able to control a Nikke while running around in a map, I think that is big. Now, I've been clamoring for a shooter type of open world game. Could you imagine, like, take the IP out of it, right? Could you imagine a Genshin Impact style Nikke game? That would be insane. Shift up. I'm begging and pleading. Please. And then let me voice act in it to some capacity. I'll be, you know, whatever character you need me to be. I'm just saying this would be insane to see, right? So I'm excited to see what that's going to pertain to. Coordinated operation improvements, mid-second to third quarter. So basically, if it's saying mid-second quarter, that's what? May. So between May and the end of third quarter, which is going to be August or September. Basically between May and September is what they're talking about here. Blah, 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 blah. I lost my train of thought for a second. Where was I? I'm losing it, Scoobs. Will enhance the matching system and modify the coordinated operations reward structure. Now, what does this mean? Well, a lot of us, including myself, have been complaining about people who go on to these co-op missions and literally do jack shit. They literally just do the bare minimum and then they stop shooting. Hopefully this helps, like, match people who haven't scored yet. That would be cool. I would love for something like that, right? Solo raid new features in the third quarter update. So that's going to be, you know, before the end of September. The season-based solo raid, which has been active for a while, is being updated to offer players a chance to earn profile frames again and encourage to use the use of more characters. We are prepping a new feature in the solo raid called the Hall of Honor, working title. So I'm interested in that because solo raid to me is just kind of one of those things where I go into it, I'm just like, meh, I don't really care. But if they make it to where, like, it's actually a good thing for people to play, I'm gonna be happy about that. We got an event archive update similar to last year. We will be archiving various events to create an environment where they can be played at any time. Furthermore, the unarchived April Fool's Day event will be archived in mid-March, so please stay tuned. So if you wanted to play as Shifty or CUN, you're going to be able to in March, which is pretty dope. Honestly, I thought that April Fool's event was really fun, even though it was very minimalistic. I love the fact that I could play as CUN and CUN just like just firing everywhere and you can't actually hit anything. It would be annoying at times, but it was just so funny looking at her face because I hate that horrible little gremlin. And then finally, this is what I was talking about for story updates. Story update roadmap. The main storyline updates for 2025, excluding events, are planned as followed. So in February, so coming up soon, we're going to get chapters 35 and 36. April, we're getting a new side story. April as well, we're getting chapters 37 and 38. In July, we're getting 39 and 40. October, we're getting another side mission. And then in October as well, we're getting chapters 41 and 42. Now, I don't remember them doing this last year for the development notes, so I'm very happy for the fact that they're doing this, and it just shows that they're thinking at least, right, a year in advance. It doesn't mean that they're thinking or just a year. They could be thinking about 10 years in advance. But I am loving the fact that they are thinking at least a year. Now, please tell me that means that you're going to come up with an open world Nikke game where I can run around as like Red Hood. That'd be great. Please. Love you, Shift Up. Call me back, please. Additionally, if circumstances permit in the second half of the year, we are considering adding another side story. So they want to do 3 side... I just made a little fart noise trying to speak. I had a lisp. They're thinking of doing 3 side stories, which is absolutely bonkers. And I love that. I am all down for like as many side stories as you can. Like they are ramping up the storyline of Nikke in such a way that I've just been so excited. Even like normally for me, even for like character stories, I don't go too far into like the event stories or even like the what is it, the love stories that they have. But lately it's been pretty pog. Some of these have been really, really good. So they're really doing well with the stories, even better every year, to be honest. So I'm very excited to see that. One more thing. The 3rd anniversary story this year is one that I'm particularly excited about. It will be an engaging and well-crafted story, so please look forward to the new Nikkes and all the thrilling story updates we have in store this year. So I think that's already a hint that this new 3rd anniversary story is going to be brand new Nikkes. If it follows the theme of what we've been doing every year, it's going to pertain to the past, right? So is this going to be like the 3rd generation Grimm's models that nobody talked about? I don't know, but we'll see. It's going to be really, really cool to see that. Or they could do a future thing where it's like new Grimm's models were made and this is what happened. So we also got this last little part, but this is just a conclusion saying thank you to everybody who's playing the game and everybody who loves Goddess of Victory Nikke. So overall, I just got to say that Goddess of Victory Nikke continues to make amazing updates and continues to show that they actually care about their player base. So thank you to Shift Up. I'm not just glazing because I'm a Shift Up creator. I'm a Shift Up creator because I love this game, right? And I have my quirks about the game that I don't enjoy, but the fact remains is that Shift Up continues to improve themselves and they go, hey, we want to make great games. And they made a great game in Nikke. They made a great game with Stellar Blade. And who knows what they're going to make in the future. Again, open world Nikke, would love that. So if you like the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't worry about that. If you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to be notified when the next Goddess Victory Nikke video comes out. And of course, leave a comment about what you think about the future of Nikke. Do you think that there's going to be an open world Nikke game? I surely hope so. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, y'all, that's going to be it. Love you to death. And as always, we'll catch you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.